So let's talk about thinking like an investor. This is so key, and people don't talk about this when you're going into wholesale and when you're looking at these videos and listening to these podcasts. Make the offer, do the marketing, send mail. But what they don't tell you to do is think like an investor. One of the things that helped me get successful really quickly was that some of my first buyers were fix and flippers, and they were really good friends of mine. Or we became really good friends. And what I would do is I'd ride along with them in the car and go to projects with them so I could start thinking like them. What happens if you think like an investor? Well, maybe you'll be able to get them really good deals. Maybe you'll be able to understand what they want and you can get it for them. Maybe you'll be able to understand and talk their language. So let me give you some key points about thinking like an investor. There's two reasons why investors are going to buy properties from you. Two reasons. One is they're going to fix and flip it. Two is they're going to buy and hold it. There might be a third miscellaneous reason, but it's such low percentage, it's not worth talking about. Those two things, fix and flip. All right, what are fix and flip buyers thinking? Fix and flip buyers are investors who are in this business or who are buying this house to improve it. Okay, so they want to buy this house at a discount. They want to renovate it, fix the kitchen, change the floors, paint the walls, do the landscaping, change the roof. They want to improve the value, then flip it and sell it for a profit. Typically anywhere from 10 to 20% profit. And obviously more, 10 to 20% plus, more profit. How do we get there? I'm going to show you in our analyzing video soon, so you can see what it's like. But I just want you to get the mindset down real quick. When you talk to these investors, you have to understand how they think. These guys think in dollars and cents. How I've seen and how I like to determine how investors think when I talk to them, I've analyzed that investors think three different ways. So right now, you got two types of investors: fix and flipper, buy and hold guy. The fix and flip guy has three different ways that he analyzes a deal. He'll either analyze it on a percent basis, on a dollar basis, or a percent off ARV basis. What does this mean? Okay, percent basis. When you talk to this guy, hey John, what kind of deals are you looking for? Oh, I want to make 18% plus ROI on my fix and flips. Okay, this guy's a percent type of buyer. You might talk to Sam. Sam, what kind of deals are you looking for? Oh, I want to make 30K net. Okay, he's a dollar buyer. So now when you talk to these guys, these are how he's thinking. Don't you think you might want to talk to this guy this way when you get a deal? Hey Sam, dude, I got one that's going to make you 35K. You interested? He wants to make 30. You're talking his language. If you tell Sam, yo, I got one that's going to make you 18%, he's going to be like, okay, but is that 30K or what? Understand? And the last one is the percent off ARV. This goes a little bit to the buy and hold buyer. The percent off ARV is pretty much, okay, the percent off ARV is, all right, I only buy houses that are 65% off market value. And that means that if the house is worth 100, he only wants to buy it at 65. It is what it is. These are how these buyers think. This is how I've seen. So this is what I mean when it comes to think like an investor. When you're talking to these people, you're looking for these people, or even you're looking for these houses, analyze in your mind these three ways that you could tell the buyer this. All right, this house is going to make John 30K. It's going to make Sam. It's going to make the same spreads. This is how you can pitch it in your mind. It's going to make 30K. It's going to make 18% return, and it's 72% off ARV. Boom. Now, when you talk to your buyers, you know what you're thinking. The other guy's the buy and hold buyer. These are awesome buyers. They usually pay a little bit more for properties because they keep it long term. Fix and flip usually happens in a span of a year. They buy it tomorrow, they close tomorrow. Within a year, they're reselling it. Typically within 6 months, depending on the size of the rehab, in a year. The buy and hold buyers, they're looking for passive cash flow. They're looking for passive returns. They're looking for income every month, every year, etc. So these guys just analyze, they're more percent and dollar per month, dollar per year buyers. So typically, I would say 90% of them that we've analyzed, they just want their percentage on their cash on cash return or their cash flow percentage, etc. And again, I'm going to show you when we analyze deals. But it's really important that you know what you think, right? Typically, the universal number that we hear a lot is 10%. Everybody wants 10% on their money, which is pretty much almost like the 1% rule on a gross income scale. If the house is $100,000, you're selling it, it better rent for at least $1,000. That's the 10% rule. That's gross income, obviously. So $100,000, it better rent for $1,000. 10% rule. That's like the overall rule that should work in every market. Don't take that obviously literal, overall. So that's what buy and hold buyers see. How much percent are they going to make on their money? Why? Those buyers who are usually buying rentals, they have the choice of either buying a rental and making 10%, or buying stocks, or buying bonds, or buying Bitcoin, or buying, mutual funds, whatever. And they're going to make 3%, 5%, 7%, 8%. But buying real estate usually makes them more. So that's what they're looking for. Okay. So I hope this helps you think of like why investors are going to buy your properties, what they think. Okay. So remember, we got the two types of investors. We got the fix and flip. We got the buy and hold. The fix and flip's got 3 ways that they see numbers. 3 ways: percentages, dollars, and percent off ARV. Buy and hold buyers think in ROI, percentages, and they also think on dollar per month or dollar per year. Okay, cool. It's going to make me 10% return on my money, or it's going to make me, this one's going to make me $500 a month, or it's going to make me $6K a year. Those are like the 2 ways that they see it. The 2 ways buy and hold buyers see it. 10% ROI, $500 a month, and or $6K per year. Some kind of dollar amount and a percentage. So if you notice, there's some similarities, but it's so crucial that you understand this and you like put this in your mind. So when you're talking to these buyers, you're not just selling them a deal because you got it under contract and you think it's a good deal. You're selling them because you know how they think. You're like, dude, like I'm calling you about this deal because I know I'm gonna make you money. I'm making you 10% on your money on this deal. Or I'm making you 19% on your fix and flip on this deal. And now that's when it starts getting fun. This is key. Love you guys. See you in the next one.